Hey, good morning. Good morning, Katrina. Good morning, Lisa Taylor. Good morning, Sharice. Good morning, Debbie, Canada. Good morning, you guys. I guess the computer and YouTube and the internet is working today. We got 6 people in the building, 4 thumbs up. That's a plus. 2 people just did not give us a thumbs up. Now, somebody ran out the building. They was like, oh, whatever. Whatever. Good morning to you. Gloria Bates done came on in the building. So we got 6, 5, 6, 6 and 5 thumbs up. Okay, you guys. Today is Friday. It is Fun Friday. It is Freaky Friday. It is Fulfillment Friday. It is Fantastic Friday. It is Thank God It's Friday. You guys, hey Larissa, I see you in the building. Larissa Golden in the house. Marsha. Hey, you guys, thank you guys for showing up. I know we're only doing this every now and then, every blue moon. Sometimes we come in here and sometimes we just don't because we got other things we got to do. We got to live, you guys. We got to get out there in the day, make a difference, make someone smile, support someone, just be important. That's what I say. Just be important. We've been working on that for the last couple of weeks, just making a difference in where we're at in this world. We know we're in it, but we don't have to conform to it. Okay? The Lord tells us we do not conform into the world. Matter of fact, I gotta find out where that is. She says, I'm working, but I'm listening. All right, Marsha. You guys are not gonna believe this, but I've been doing really well, staying focused on a lot of stuff. But do not conform into this world in the Bible.
According to web.mit.edu, do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is. Wow. Let's talk about that a little bit. Thank you, Lord. He done gave us a good old scripture. It is coming out of Romans 12, you guys. Actually, it's Romans 12:2 if you want to find it. Then we're going to just go through some of this. Like, do not conform into the world. Do not conform into the world. Do not conform. That's what the Bible tells us. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Hey, loving God, good morning to you. Sonia Watts is in the building. Good morning. She said, be transformed. Romans 12:2. That's right, Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, you guys. What is the meaning of this? Well, let's look it up. In his letters to the Romans, Paul wrote Romans. Paul has presented the gospel from our need for divine rescue to the glorious future that Jesus Christ offers us in chapter 12. Paul explains the gospel has implications for the way we should treat one another. This so that, you know, this is to help us the way we treat one another. I you guys think I think about this stuff through the night. No, I do not. The Lord gives it to me when I open up my mouth, because this was not on my mind. It was not. It was not. It was not. But he says, therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your body as a living sacrifice. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern. So people always like, I got discernment. I got high discernment. I got this high tolerance of discernment. So, okay, did you have that discernment when you married your ex-husband? Did you have the discernment to know that he was going to do this or do that? Where was the discernment when this happened or that happened? You got to question yourself. Everybody turns around and they tell me, I got discernment. I got discernment. Oh, that's the discernment. I mean, some things is just common sense. But discernment. Let's go off into this discernment a little bit, because that's where he's leading me to. Okay, do not conform into the patterns of the world. Why should we be conformed? Why should we not be conformed into this world? Okay, I'm speaking to everyone in the group, she says. Hope I didn't miss anyone. All right, loving God. Hey, Tina Powers. Hold on. Hold on. I got a message here. I need to read it real quick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. I will call you later. Is tempering to get stuck into all the good things this world seems to offer, from the people we love to the splendor before our eye, and think the world itself is good. But be warned, the world is temporary, and those who chase after it, vanity, pleasures, and treasures, can too easily fall prey to its illusion and turn from what really matters. So God has his holy kingdom. So sometimes this is what it's saying, you guys. I just read some. I'll finish reading the rest of it. But like, we get caught up in what the world tells us what is good, or what we need, or what we should hope for and pray for. Sometimes we be sitting there thinking, all I need is a brand new house, or buy me a house and get me a new car. I need me a car. I need a six-figure job. Okay, well, you know what? I know people do not think that this, what I'm finna say, is realistic, but it is. You'll see in time. Okay, you can have that six-figure job, but tell me something. If you have pneumonia and you catch COVID or whatever, or guess what, you got cancer, or whatever, or you got HIV, or whatever, or somebody comes in your house and shoots you in the head, whatever. What good is that six-figure job? It will still be a six-figure job, right? Just like you put your telephone on the table, it cannot do nothing for you. It's a tool. It's still just a phone. It cannot get up, walk by itself, talk by itself, got feelings, emotions, or anything. So what you're asking for and what you're praying for is always the things that the world has taught us what is good, and what you need, and how good it is to have these things. Yep, trust and believe. Tools are good to have. Try to fix a bike without, wire pliers and vice grips. Try to fix a bike. It would be, I'm telling you, it's almost difficult to do. Yes? You got to take the wheel off. Now you can't take them nuts off with your hand, right? So we understand you need tools. So let's not get it twisted. Whether the bike get fixed or not, you're still going to survive, right? Whether you have the tools or not, you still can get to the destination. Well, what tools you think you need may not what the tools you actually need. But the world may think that you need these tools to do whatever, you're supposed to do in this world. You guys understand what I'm saying? And in our reality, you don't need the tools to do what is required for you to do. Let's just call it like it is. Let's just say it like it is, you guys. If God called you to do something, and he has a divine purpose for your life, which I believe he does. And if you believe he does, put a 1 in the chat. I guarantee you he's already equipped you with everything that you need. I believe that. If you believe that, put a 1 in the chat. If you believe that he wanted you to do this, that, and the other, and he didn't give you the tools, he told you to fix this bicycle, but he don't give you no vice grips or no wire pliers, no wrenches, no nothing. You just there with the bicycle in your hand. That is not so. That is not so. You guys know it. That's just a lie from the pit of hell. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. Because I guarantee you, if he wanted you to fix that bike, those nuts going to come off. Those nuts going to come off. You turn them with your hand. They still going to come off. But if it wasn't planned for you to fix it, you guess what? You may not have those tools. So, to be honest with you, in your life, I guarantee you, wherever you at in your life, that is exactly where you're supposed to be. I guarantee it. There is no mistake. If you don't have a six-figure job, you're not supposed to have a six-figure job because that six-figure job may get you in trouble. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. People got 6, 7-figure jobs or whatever. They say they happy because they can sit there and boast. Make you think, you know, maybe that's what I want. That is not what you want. Trust and believe that is not what you want. Everybody has problems. Everybody. And they're never satisfied where they are. I know people that's millionaires. Ain't got nothing to do with no six-figure job. They ain't even got a job. They just own businesses, or they own oil rights, or they own land and properties, or they was inherit all this money, or the insurance paid them a lot of money, or whatever have you. And I'm not talking about no six-figure job. I'm talking about multi-million. Matter of fact, I told you guys, if you look at Wichita State's floor at their basketball games, Wichita State is a university. The richest guy in the world, right here in Kansas, you guys, you'll see Devin on the basketball court floor. Okay? Not very well known because he don't want people to know he got all this money. Matter of fact, he came to me one day and he was like, guess what, SB? He said, your president, this is when Obama was in office, he said, your president got me paying $2.5 million in taxes quarterly. And I was like, and he was like, that's your president. And I looked at this man and I said, and you're complaining? He was like, yeah. I said, well, how much money did you make this quarter? You know what this man told me? He said, well, I guess you're right. Oh, I made about 30, 40 million. I was amazed. I wasn't like, oh my goodness, I need this or I need that or wow, you made how much money? Could you just, if you only give me a tenth of what you just said, I can be set for the rest of my life. I just looked at the man and just shook my head like, and you're complaining? You did not raise your hand, shovel no dirt, drive no truck. You did not even go into an office. And you made 30 point something million for the quarter. That's 3-4 months. And you're complaining because you got to pay in 2 point something million. What kind of problem do you have that I would love to have that kind of problem? I thought. Some people are supposed to have what they're supposed to have, and that's just the way it is. There's no need to get all entangled in getting jealous about it. I got girlfriends, they make $80, $90 an hour. I ain't jealous. They do. They do, you guys. I'm not even in, you know how they say sometimes people be in their league. I know good and well I'm not in their league. They be like, come on, we going to the Bahamas. Come on, we going to the Peninsula. I don't even know what a peninsula is. Come on, we going to Italy. Come on, SP, let's go to Italy. I said, Italy will be there. I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating on you. I'm happy you get to go, but I would not feel comfortable if I went with you and I'm sitting there holding on to every quarter that, you know what I'm saying? I got 20, maybe, $100, $200 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy, right? That would be crazy. I can't do it. Most of my friends, they make a lot of money, you guys. I mean, they just do. My girlfriend, she done already retired. We worked at the same job. She worked there 20 years. I worked there 15 years. But guess what? She's retired. But I guarantee you the 5 years that I didn't work there, I worked at other places. And that was the only job she's ever had. I've worked at least a good 40, 50 jobs more than her. I'm just comparing. I'm not competing. But my age and her age is different. She's ready to retire. I'm not ready to retire. I'm not her age. Plus the problems that she got. I'm not going to tell you guys her problems. But, I'll speak to her and she'll be saying, she going to find her man. Okay. And SP, you can't go out with us because you're married. I can. My husband don't stop me from going out with you. Now, if you was ratchet, he ain't going to want me to deal with you. Yeah, I can get that and understand that. But I've never told him if you was ratchet or not. Because I know better. I know better. Hey, Zena, good morning to you. So what I'm saying is, this young lady, or older lady, I still call her a young lady. She's what, 60? Older than me. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is she happy? When I call her, she's not really happy. She's like, I'm over here and I'm over there, and, people's living, in their means. You know what I'm saying? They're living in their means. So what I'm saying as far as the scripture, Romans 12:2. See, I'm going to tell you something. I had to tell her this. Good morning, T-Star. Good morning to you. I had to tell her this. Good morning, Freddie. Good morning to you. And powers. There's all type of men out there. We're going to put it on a very low hypothetical, basis. She's like, I'm just going to lose me a little weight. Then I'm going to find me a man. You got it all twisted. You got it all twisted, sweetheart. Let me tell you. Now, I'm not telling you you can't find your man, but that is not what the scriptures tell you. The scripture tells you when a man finds a wife. He didn't say nothing about a wife or a girlfriend or you looking for him. That is problem number one. Nobody didn't say you can't get yourself together all right. But to actually, you got to let yourself be caught or be in the presence of where you're going or whatever. They're not going to rain man in your house. So what I'm saying is you got to always keep yourself prepared. Always keep yourself prepared. But this is what the world tells us what good looking is. Good looking, now, you guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Good looking is blonde hair, blue eyes, and what? 100 pounds. That's supposed to be the typical good-looking woman, right? I'm not blonde hair. I don't have blue eyes, and I'm definitely not no 100 pounds. So would I consider myself ugly? No, but that's what the world say is beautiful. Will I let the world tell me that I'm ugly and I'm supposed to always try to look like what something I can't? No, no, you guys, no. God made every one of us individually. We are individually made. There's not another one that looks exactly like you. Even if you had a twin, they do not look exactly like you. You can even get them mixed up because you, with the naked eye, being worldly, you see they got the same eye, the same color, the same complexion, the same looks, the same lips or something. But I guarantee you, twins, identical twins, do not look nothing alike. I'm just keeping it real. They just don't. One's taller than the other. Their complexion is different. Their eyes is different. Their fingers are different. Their everything is different. Yeah, they look similar. Similar to the eye. That's it. That's because we don't look at details. We look at things right on the surface. And that's what we do with life. We look at things on the surface. And that's what we're not supposed to look at. And that's why the Lord tells us to not conform into this world, because when we look at things on the surface, we think having a BMW is a good thing to have. Having a 2-story house and a basement and a garage and, a swimming pool and all of this stuff. That's what the world tells us is supposed to be. You made it to the top, or now you are successful. And it's not. That's not success. I'm just being honest with you. It's not success. Actually, in the ancient time, you guys, if you go back in your Bible or you go back in history, you know what? If you weighed over 200 pounds, people knew that you was wealthy because you ate good. That's why you see a lot of Africans, they like bigger women, because they thought that the ones that eat good, they got weight on them. I'm just telling you the truth. When somebody will come in here and say, not all SP, I ain't never going to tell you all. I'm just telling you, the majority of them, they like big women because in their lifestyle, they learned and was taught that a thicker woman was a more wealthy woman. So now, I tell every woman, here's the thing. You trying to lose weight so you can go find this man. Maybe the man that's supposed to be with you, maybe he likes the weight. Or the man that finds you, guess what? Maybe he don't like a big woman. But guess what? If that man is supposed to be for you, whether he like a big woman or not, guess what? You're going to be with that person. Nobody said you got to like it. You guys understand what I'm saying? What is meant for you, you going to get it. You going to get it. No matter how big you get, how much weight you gain, how much money you have, how many kids you have, what drugs you done been on, whatever's for you, you're going to get it. Stop wishing for all this stuff in the world, because you can't take none of it with you. You can't take none of it with you. Only thing you're going to take with you is you. And guess what? Your body, your physical body is going to stay right here. Right here on earth. But your soul, your spirit, is going to go up there with the Lord. So why are you worried about weight? You're not going to have no weight on you no way. I don't know how it's going to be when we get to heaven, you guys. I don't know how it's going to be. But I promise you one thing. If the Lord said that he went to prepare a place for us. Somebody told me there's no such thing as heaven, and there's no such thing as hell. Is that what you guys believe? You guys think there's no hell? There's no heaven? Please tell me. You can say yes, or you can say no. Saying yes, there is a heaven and hell. Or tell me no, there's no such thing. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm just telling you what somebody told me. And not one person told me this. There's more people told me that there wasn't. Jehovah's Witnesses believe there isn't. My girlfriend down the street think there isn't. And I'm not surprised there's a lot of people that believe there's no such thing as no heaven and there's no such thing as no hell. God said it is. Mm-hmm. Perk said yes. Marsha said yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. There's no way in the world you can convince these people that I just said that there is. They'll argue you. They want to argue. They say, I'm not going to argue about it, but I just don't believe it, knowing that you going to feel some kind of way. You gonna feel some kind of way, somebody telling you, trying to convince you, trying to tell you what you think is wrong. You're going to feel some kind of way. They feeling some kind of way too. We ain't going to argue about it, but I'm just saying. Have anybody, come on, you guys. We're talking this morning. You guys got to talk to me because the Lord is just leading me into all kind of just stuff thinking. Have somebody ever came to you and told you that there was no heaven and there's no hell? Please tell me so. Because these people that tells me there's no heaven and there's no hell. Now, when everything goes wrong in their life, and it does sometimes. I mean, I had a friend, he's an atheist. He told me he was atheist. He didn't tell me at first. He wanted to date me, right? And he kept on trying to date me, and he was like, you know what? And then, I would talk to him all the time, and I would always talk about God and this, that, and the other and stuff like that. Finally, I just quit talking to him about God. It wasn't that. I just felt like, there was other things that was on my mind. So we started talking about that. And he came to me and he was like, SP, I'm so happy that you ain't talking about God no more. He said, I thought I had to get rid of you. Now, here's this 6'4" looking, light-skinned, caramel complexion man. Muscle bound, bald head. Looking like Mr. Clean. Telling me, I thought I had to get rid of you. Throw you back in there. Man, you ain't got to throw me nowhere. I will take off running away from you just because of what you just said. He didn't even know it. Yeah, T-Star, he didn't even know it. He did not even know it. When he said that to me, I was kind of like, he was like, I'm just so happy that you're not talking about God anymore. Baby. If you ain't never said nothing wrong in your life, you said the wrong thing there. You know what they say? Here's the little thing. You guys, I said it. That'll do it. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. One of my exes told me there was no heaven or hell and that I was praying to a scare with no one there. Crazy. Wow. I would have been running. Girl, I did. Like I said, he did not have to worry about me. Matter of fact, I didn't answer my phone to his phone calls anymore. Next time he called me, he said, SP. He says, my niece, they found her in the bottom of the pool and they got her on a machine. And my cousin or something wasn't watching her by the pool down there in Texas. And he was like, I promise you guys, this truly did happen. And he was like, they got her on life support. And not only that, my brother just, for some reason, on a ventilator. He didn't wake up one morning and he said his sister-in-law called the ambulance and they took him and he's on a ventilator. And he said, he crying. If you ever seen a grown man cry, it is terrible. But he's crying and he loves his brother and he loves his niece. Oh, he loves them so much. You know what he asked me to do? He says, will you pray to your God? Will you pray for me? Pray for my niece and my brother. You know what I said? I wasn't being funny either. I said, you want me to pray for your niece? He said, ain't that, I heard that you guys can pray to your God. That let me know that you heard about him and you know about him. Because you're an atheist. You said it wasn't no God. You told me there was no such thing as no God. But now you're telling me to pray. I said, who do you want me to pray to? You said it wasn't one. He said, ain't that how it work? You pray to your God? I said, wow. He was making deals. He said his sister told him if he come to church, she gonna pray. She gonna pray. But if God turn this thing around, and if God turn this thing around, he said, if God turn this thing around, and my brother don't die, because they was gonna take him off the vent the next day, that he would go to church. Let me tell you something. God did not change things around. In all reality, they actually found that the baby that they found at the bottom of the pool didn't have water in her lungs. So you know what that meant, right? You know what that meant, right, you guys? She didn't drown. Somebody threw her in the pool. Right there in Texas. Then his brother didn't die. They took him off the vent, but his brother didn't die the very next day. Actually, his brother died like a week later. He stayed living, but he died like a week later. And so he called me up and he told me, he says, your God didn't save my brother. He said, well, I guess my sister told me I need to go to church. And I told her, he's off the ventilator, but he ain't talking. She said, but he ain't dead. You said. He was like, this ain't called living. If he gonna live like this, just take him on out. Guess what? A week later he did. Or he just died. I don't know who took him out. I can't tell you. I'm just telling you guys, people make deals all the time, and they really just, if they really meant what they say when they make deals, when they really say it, they will not own up to it. It'll be always their scientific or scienceology or whatever they want to call it, trying to make a deal with God, yet not being a believer. Exactly. Like many will wait to the last day to be transformed from this world. Thinking. Yeah, it's called stinking thinking. That's why the Lord always tell you when the bride gets ready to come, have your oil ready. Because, it tells you right there. When all the virgins or whatever waiting for the bride to come, or the groom, they say bride. So I don't know why. Some people are going to have the oil and some people are not. And then they're going to ask people, can I borrow some of your oil? And then those virgins going to say, no, go to the supermarket, get your own. While they gone to go get the oil, the bride comes and takes the virgins with him. It is a what they call not a paraphrase, but I got a brain fart right now. Parable. Anyway, back on what we were talking about. Do we transform into this world? Yeah, it is okay to need tools, want tools, and get the tools that you need. It will make things a lot easier. But do not get all wrapped up that you need to eat steak every night, or you need to eat shrimp every night, and you need to eat lobster every night. I know I'm stepping on some toes right there. Say, don't be talking about my lobster, my crab legs. I'm just saying. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying, you guys. You will live regardless if you had it or not. Just like the people that got thousands and thousands and millions of dollars. You've got the same thing they got, life. Sonya Watson says, you silly. You got life. My my niece didn't believe either until her 5-year-old son had cancer, and she cried to me and said she ain't never prayed so much in her life. She believed now, right now, he is cancer free. Oh my God. Zena, Larissa says, making her hungry. You guys, let me tell you something. I met a remarkable woman last night. I've been in this chat room with this woman for the last 6-7 months. Her name is Michelle. She is a therapist for people with mental problems and issues, and women. She's just a social worker or whatever. I don't know. I didn't ask her credentials. I had just heard about them. So I talked to her all through the night, last night. So yeah, she might sneak up on us because she did ask me about the group or whatever and our organization and things of that nature. I really wish she would come. And I haven't asked her, but I'm pretty sure she will, because we had a deep conversation last night. I had to tell somebody to back off and don't be judging me. That's why women don't come out and say something. They say one thing and everybody be like, oh, wow. Blah, 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 blah. You be like, you know what I'm saying? That's why women don't come out and say what's going on with them. They can't get no help because people just start judging. I mean, you say one thing and people be like, oh, and let me tell you something. Their whole life, the chick that was trying to judge what I said, life is tore up for her. I'm just saying. And I'm not judging. I mean, I'm just saying. She lost her kids. She don't have her kids. And so she asked her something about why. And she said she wasn't competent enough. And then she says things just out, whatever. I don't know. She's on all this heavy medication. And just to keep herself together or whatever. So she can't have her kids or whatever. But I said one thing and she was like, wow. Da, 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 da. Girl, don't wow me. You got enough problems. You feel me? You got, don't even look at you, matter of fact, you so covered with problems, you should not even look at nobody else's. Because the way that is weighed, I'm just saying, you guys, I'm just saying, my problem is really not a problem. You know what I mean? My problem is just like saying, like, hey, I believe that I have to put more people surround me that can pour into me. That was my problem. Regardless if, my husband, you know, his title. I still believe I need more getting poured into, because sometimes I do feel drained. I feel drained. I feel like sometimes it's a waste, especially when you're talking to a female. And I say female. And you know what? They don't care what you say. They gonna prove you wrong. I just always say, just do it. I'll be laughing in the inside. I'll be like, just do you. Just do you. It may look good right now, but just go ahead and do you. Because if you was really a friend, you wouldn't have a problem for me telling you how I felt about a situation, the truth. I wasn't judging you or anything. You would be like, okay, and we still friends. But there's a shift after you tell somebody the truth. Let me tell you something. My daughter, my youngest one, was getting baptized. I invited the whole family. This is a little church. It probably hold about 300 people. Normally on a Sunday, it's only but like 10, 12 people in the sanctuary. My daughter was going to get baptized, so I invited the whole family. And then I started inviting strangers and everything. And my friends and people I knew at school, because I was going to school at the time, and people at my job and the next door neighbors, because I wanted it to be a celebration, right? Let me tell you something. Just like my marriage. And one of these days, girl, I will show you guys the CD of our wedding and stuff, because I got the CD. I just don't know where it is. But nevertheless, when that Sunday came for her to get baptized, the church was packed. The pastor came in and he was like, oh my God. He was like, where all these people come from? But the sad thing about it, I had a couple of brothers that said, guess what? I'm not coming. I said, why? He said, I'm not stepping into the church. You know why he don't want to step in the church? He don't want to hear the truth. He knows the truth. He has a club and a couple of businesses and he works a job. But, they do that little thing in, the worldly stuff. You know what I'm saying? They smoke a little this, they dabble on a little that, little infidelity over here and all this other stuff. His wife done had a little stroke or something. She's trying to learn how to walk again. Good morning, Carissa. Good morning. Letters from London and Ohio. It was a big thing in the news all around the world. His grandmother also had leukemia and she died. Wow. So let me tell you something. People do not look at things the way that you look at them, but the Lord has told us that we're not supposed to look at the things in this world and try to fit in the world. Yep, I know it's... Yep. It's more of them than it is of you, or people like you, or people that you can trust, or depend on, or rely on, or talk to. But I guarantee you know what words say. Come on, you guys. If God is for you, come on, you guys. If God is for you, it's better, right? If God is for you, it's better than the whole world that is against you. I mean, there is just, the whole world can be against you. The whole entire world. And I'm going to tell you something. It ain't no if and can be. It is. Did you not know that? It is against you. Because guess why? Guess why you don't fit in? Think about it. You don't fit in, do you? You guys don't fit in. And you wonder, you don't even really have to really wonder why. But it kind of make you sad, but you don't fit in, right? Everybody over there, they in a little group. They over there, they swapping recipes and girl, let me wear your shirt and you can wear my shirt and I'm going to call you tomorrow and, we're going to hang out and all this other stuff. You're not going to fit in. I don't care what you do. You're not going to fit in. Because you got a calling on your life. And you know the truth. And guess what else? They don't like you. Because guess what? You look like your father. I had this one job. I would pray every time I walked in that house. Before I walked in the house, I would always go, Father, I'd be like, Our Father who art in heaven. That's how I learned that prayer. I said it every day. I didn't want to think of no prayer. I just said, I want to pray before I go into this house. For 14 years, that's what I did. I was like, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our day, our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as they forgive, as I forgive them as they trespass against me. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. Divine and goodness forever. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, amen. I've learned that prayer. Learned every sentence and what it meant. So I wasn't just saying it. I know I was saying a prayer to the utmost high. And it was going to be heard every single day. Sometimes I sit in the car. I made sure I made it to work early, 10 minutes early, so I could say the prayer. And then I would walk in. And it was just a different. Let me tell you what happened one day, you guys. Let me tell you what happened. So I was taking care of this boy. And it was just some crazy stuff going on in this house. I was feeling some kind of different way. So I got my little anointing oil, had it prayed over and everything. Prayed over the anointing oil. And I was like, when everybody go to work and go to school, I'm put a little oil, at the doorpost, door top. I'm put some on the couch. I'm put some on the window. I'm put some on the pillows. All everybody's pillows in everybody's room. There was a young lady living there. The mama was living there, and the kid I was taking care of. I was putting oil everywhere, you guys. Yeah, I did. I didn't say. I didn't tell them I did it. I just did it. The next day, the little girl, she about 14, 15 years old, she come up to me and she said, SP. I said, what? She said, I've been having some weird, weird dreams. She said, I dreamed a crazy dream last night. She was like, I was in my bed and I couldn't get out. And something was holding me down. I said, really? They didn't believe in God. This little girl said to me, I think it was the devil. I said, well, what made you think it was the devil? She said, I don't know. He just said, I want you back. I was praying for them people in that family, in that house. You know what? Probably about 4 or 5 years later, I walked away from that job. They were actually having a problem with me. Why? Because sometimes I carried my Bible with me and I would read and study and look up some stuff and da-da-da-da-da and all this other stuff. Never spoke a mean word to them. Never was late. Never missed work. I mean, and it was like, you got an attitude. I was like, what? I got an attitude. They could not. They was like, you got an attitude. I thought to myself, I've never said nothing negative to these people. I just go in and do my work. I got an attitude. Wow. I tell people all the time, you don't want me here? Guess what? At the time, I thought they paid me pretty good money. Not compared to what I'm making now. They actually pretty much the same kind of work, but I guarantee you I make $10 more. And I try to keep that job forever and ever and ever. They told me I would never have to look for another job or anything. They lied to me. They lied. But guess what? And I was a little bitter when I had to walk away. Because guess what? I'm taking care of your family member, and y'all sitting there fighting with me. I ain't said nothing. And I was wondering why. What is it that they don't like? I haven't done anything. I ain't stole nothing from you. I don't talk bad to you or about you or whatever. I just come in and do my job. What is the problem? And you know what the Spirit told me? They don't like you because you look like your father. You want to hear the words. You're over there reading the book and you're happy. It's feeding you. Life is not liking it. So they don't like you. So I took one for the team. You guys, that is a true story. True, 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 true. So when you go into this world, quit trying to look like the person that's next to you, because that's not for you. You don't need no 6-figure job. That's not for you. Let it be for whoever it is for. Okay? You don't need a brand new car. That may not be for you. Maybe you just need to make payments. You don't need to have 5, 6, 7 kids or 2 kids or 1 kid or whatever. If God gave you kids, then you got kids. If he didn't give you kids, you ain't got no kids, okay? He gave you exactly what you need to do the purpose of his will. It's a bigger picture than you can ever think of, so don't even try to think about it because you're not going to be able to figure it out. There's no way. But what he did give you is today. And don't worry about tomorrow. And don't worry about yesterday. Just take care of today with what you got, okay? And do a good job. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I will see you guys tonight, 5 p.m. Central Time. We got some update on some cases. Actually, we got update on 2 cases. So make sure you have your face in the place, and we're going to talk about it tonight at 5 p.m. Central Time. Please come in the building. Share the live. Share, share, share. Do your thumbs up and everything. You guys, I do got to work this morning, so I'm going to get off here. Take me a little snooze, and I'll see you guys at 5. Be good. Be safe. Be blessed. And be nice to each other.